German industrial giant Kuka is the world's largest producer of robots used to make automobiles, with its signature orange crane-like bots a fixture in automated car factories across the globe. So why is Chairman and Chief Executive Till Reuter worried? The reason is simple enough: growth in robots for all industries other than automotive is up more than 10%, that compares to just 3% to 5% for the car industry, he says. Kuka's auto business has fallen from 80% of robot revenues, when he took over the company in 2009, to around 50% today, Reuter notes. Now this 120-year-old company, which in January became just under 95% owned by China's Midea, the world's largest appliance maker, is aiming to pull off a big transformation that, if successful, will take it into faster-growing robot markets. That means smaller-sized and nimble robots for electronics manufacturing and logistics warehouses. Also on the drawing board are machines that could handle plugging in electric vehicles for owners, or even allow the elderly to live independently at home later in life, Reuter said in an interview in the southern Chinese city of Guangzhou earlier this month. Nimble robots: we want to keep number one in automotive, but we see that the higher growth is coming out of other industries and other sectors. For example, one large market that will become even bigger in the future will be the production of mobile phones, handhelds, and iPads, he says. Reuter is referring to robots that have a payload of 6 kilograms or less, the maximum weight they can pick up and manipulate, and are capable of carrying out much more delicate assembly tasks. China will be key to realizing Kuka's diversification strategy, which is being led by Reuter, who makes monthly visits to Midea's Foshan headquarters and stays in close contact with its chairman and CEO Paul Fang. It's the world's largest and fastest-growing automation market. Sales of robots in China, which amount to about one-third of the global demand, grew by 27% last year, compared to just 12% in Europe and 8% in the Americas, according to the International Federation of Robotics. Number 1 in China with 68 robots per 10,000 Chinese manufacturing workers, far fewer than the 189 in the US and 631 in South Korea. There's room for growth, and rising factory wages are powering more automation. We want to become number 1 in China, says the Kuka executive, noting that their market share for robots last year was around 14%, that puts it among the top 3 suppliers. Revenue in the country, now at Euro 500 mil, RM23 billion, will be way above 1 billion euros by 2020, he predicts. If you want to be a global player, you need to compete there, says Justin Rose, a partner at BCG in Chicago. China will become even more important. Read more about China's bid to move up the manufacturing value chain. Kuka, however, is hardly alone in vying for the US $11 billion, RM448 billion, China market. ABB and Fanuc are 2 of its largest competitors globally in industrial robots. Meanwhile, local rivals like Ideodar Robot Equipment Co., and Hui Effort Intelligent Equipment Co., and Siosun Robot and AMP Automation Co. sell their robots for about one-third the cost of foreign brands.